Hello friends, I'm Ajay. Welcome back to Let's Learn. This is your online classroom. We can use this platform to continue our learning during these difficult times. Before begin our today's class, let us take a few minutes to revise what we have learned in the previous session. What did we discuss in the last two sessions? Yes, we talked about on English punctuation. So you know about it's a part of CCP third semester syllabus. Punctuation is very important in English writing. Okay, so we have learned what is punctuation, why it is required, what are the types of punctuation. Quickly revised. What is punctuation? Yes, punctuation is a set of marks or signs in English. Why it is required? While speaking, we add stops and pauses directly using our tone, voiced. Coming to writing, punctuation plays an important role. In writing, we add stops and pauses using punctuation marks. Using punctuation correctly is a critical for English writing. Punctuation problem can make a bad impression or sometimes leads to misunderstanding. So we have to learn about punctuation, and we have discussed two types of punctuation in the last session. You know about there are three types of punctuation: end punctuation, internal punctuation, and word punctuation. In the previous two sessions, we discussed on first two types. First one is end punctuation. In end punctuation, there are three marks, three signs or three punctuation marks. First one is full stop, or we can call it as period in American English. Second one is question mark, and third one is exclamation mark. These three marks are comes at the end of the statement. That's why it is called end punctuation. Full stop, question mark, and exclamation mark. We use these three marks at the end of the sentence. That's why these three marks come under end punctuation. Next, coming to internal punctuation. This is the second type of punctuation. In this category, semicolon, colon, comma, quotation marks or inverted commas, and ellipses comes under internal punctuation. We use these marks in the middle of sentence. That's why this called internal punctuation. We have discussed about these all signs with examples and some exercises. Today we focus on word punctuation. That is the third type of punctuation. In word punctuation, there are three marks, three signs. One is apostrophe, second one is hyphen, third one is capital letters. That means capitalization. Okay. How many signs in word punctuation? Yes, three signs, three marks: apostrophe, hyphen, and capital letters. Using capital letters in a sentence, that is also comes under word punctuation. We can call it as capitalization. Okay. Now let us move to apostrophe. What is apostrophe? How it is used? Let us discuss. An apostrophe has two main functions. So you know about the sign we can find in the bracket apostrophe. Okay, apostrophe. Sorry. Apostrophe has two main functions. They are First one, to indicate possession. To indicate possession means belonging. There we use apostrophe. For example, Krish does chess. Observe the examples on the screen. Krish does chess or Krish dress. Dogas books. Next one, students movement. Neighbors children. Observe the apostrophe in these 4 sentences. So in the first sentence, Krish dress, where apostrophe is on the Krish, and then Krish dress, okay, S before S, Krish apostrophe S, that is singular, means only one person, Krish only one person. So what is the meaning? Krish dress means dress belongs to Krish, okay, that is singular. Raga's books, Raga is a name of the girl. Raga's books means those books belongs to Raga, book of Raga, singular. Observe where we used apostrophe. After name we used apostrophe and add S. Apostrophe S, that means of, okay. Next, observe second case, students movements. Here observe where apostrophe is used. Students, student is a singular, students is a plural, but here used plural, students. So students, that is a plural, and apostrophe. In that case you need not to use again S, students, okay. Students plural, simply add apostrophe. And neighbors children, neighbors, not neighbor, not singular, plural, neighbors, okay. Again need not to add S after apostrophe, okay. Neighbors, just at the end of the word, neighbors children. Students movement means the movement belongs to students, not student, okay. Neighbors children belongs to neighbors, not neighbor, not singular. That is one case. Observe how the apostrophe is used in singular case and plural case, okay. Note down these points. That is possession. Next, in second case, where apostrophe is used to indicate contraction. Contraction means short form, okay. For example, I am, that is a short form of I am, okay. I am. So observe, I apostrophe am, am, okay. Next, you are, short form of you are. Next one, don't, short form of do not. Next, we are, contrast of we are, that was short, using apostrophe we can frame short form. Observe the examples. Won't, short form of will not. Will not is a full, if you want to contrast it we can use apostrophe, won't. Doesn't is a full form, if you want to contrast it you can use short form, we can use apostrophe. Doesn't, okay. Does not, doesn't. Did not, didn't. Are not, aren't, like that. I am, I'm. Observe how the long forms are contrasted to short forms while using apostrophe. I am, I'm. You are, you are. Do not, don't. We are, we are. Will not becomes won't. Does not becomes doesn't. Or not becomes aren't. Didn't becomes did not becomes didn't, okay. Two functions, okay. While indicating possession we use apostrophe, and to indicate contraction we use apostrophe. Note down these 2 points, to indicate possession and to indicate contraction. Next, another use of apostrophe, where we used apostrophe other than contraction, possession. Next one, here it is. Look at the magic of apostrophe. Here we can find these three examples. The meaning is different from each sentence. For example, it's good. What is the long? Observe the contract apostrophe in these three sentences. These two sentences, not three, but meaning is different. In first sentence, it's good. Full form, it is good. It's got 6 legs. Here, it has got 6 legs. Observe the first two sentences. Both word is same. It's, but the meaning is different from sentence to sentence. First sentence, it is, and same apostrophe. In second sentence, it becomes it has. Okay, that is the magic of punctuation. While using apostrophe, you must be careful. Okay. Second one, its head is still. No contraction, but it is a possessive. Its head means the head of it is still. Its head is still. Its head is still, meaning the head of it is still. This is also possessive. Okay, like so. Once again, revise apostrophe. Apostrophe is also one of the important punctuation marks in writing. It comes under word punctuation. To indicate possession and to indicate contraction, we use apostrophe. While using apostrophe, you have to very careful. Okay, sometimes the meaning may be changed. The meaning of the sentence will be changed. So always keep in mind while using apostrophe. Let's move to. So before that, where apostrophe is not used, that is also another point. In possessive pronouns, we need not to use apostrophe. This is also important one. Everyone generally asks questions, sir, whether we used ours, yours, whether we used apostrophe or not, yours sincerely, yours faithfully. While writing letters in the complimentary clause, you write yours sincerely, yours faithfully. Then most of the people are asked whether we used ours or yours. After your, we use apostrophe or not. So that case. So in possessive pronouns, apostrophe is not used. Note it down. In possessive pronouns, you know what are possessive pronouns? Mine, not my, mine, ours, yours, his, hers, its, theirs. These are possessive pronouns. In these cases, we need not to use apostrophe. For example, already we have seen one example in the previous slide. What is that? Its head is still. Its head, that is comes under possessive pronoun. So we need not to use apostrophe in the third sentence. Okay, right, it is possessive pronouns. In possessive pronouns, we need not to use apostrophe. Note it down. Where apostrophe is not used in possessive pronouns. Ours, yours, is, hers, its, theirs. Okay. For example, its head is still. Its head is still. What is the meaning? The head of it is still. Next, the cat scratches its neck. Its neck means neck of the cat. Its. Okay, like its neck. That is also possessive pronoun. So we need not to use apostrophe in this sentence. The cat scratched its neck. After it, need not to use apostrophe. Simply write its, because that is possessive pronoun. Now let us move to another word punctuation, that is hyphen. So you know about hyphen. So let us discuss what is hyphen, where we used hyphen. Okay, the present day tendency is to avoid using hyphen wherever possible. That is a present day tendency. Okay, olden days hyphens were commonly used in all the cases, but now we are trying to avoid wherever it is possible. So even though we are trying to avoid hyphen, in some cases we need to use hyphen. That is a word punctuation mark, that comes under word punctuation. We have to use hyphen punctuation mark in some cases. Okay, so let us see in which cases we use hyphen marks. Okay, right. A hyphen is used in compound words like compound adjectives, separate certain prefixes from root words. In that cases we have to use hyphen. Okay, let us see some examples. Okay, where we use hyphens, compound words like compound adjectives. For example, well-known writer, that is compound adjectives. In that case we use well-known. Before two words we use hyphen. Okay, and separate certain prefixes from root words. For example, ex-president. Okay, like that. In that cases we have to use hyphen. Some examples are here. Well-known writer. Observe where hyphen is used between two words, well and noun. Well-known writer. Well apostrophe noun. While using hyphen, don't leave space. Well, immediately we use hyphen and immediately use noun. Don't leave space. Well space apostrophe. Don't use like that. Don't leave space. Well apostrophe noun. That is a rule for using hyphens. Okay, well-known writer. State of the art. Observe the word state of the art. State of the art. Four words are there, but compound words. That is a compound word. So in that case we use hyphens. State hyphen of hyphen the hyphen art. That is, we use three hyphens in the compound word. Next, father-in-law, coal mining, co-education, ex-president, semi-skilled worker, non-scientific. Okay, in compound words we use hyphen. Actually present day tendency is try to avoid hyphens, but in some cases we need to use hyphen marks. So one of the cases in compound words. Next, let us see another case. Hyphen is used in writing compound words, numbers from 21 to 99. So number words, 21 is a compound word. 21 and 1, two words, 21, that is becomes 21 compound word. So in writing numbers we usually used hyphen mark. 20 hyphen 1, 21, 24, here also two words, 20 and 4, that becomes one word, 24. So in that case we use hyphen. 21, 24, 20 hyphen 4, 36, like that. In writing compound words, compound word numbers from 21 to 99, we use hyphen. Note it down. So what is the first case? In compound words we use hyphen. In the second case, in compound word numbers 21 to 99. And what is the next case? In compound words formed from fractions. In this case also we used hyphen. For example, 1/3 fraction. 1/3 is a fraction. 1/3, 1 hyphen third. 3/5, 2/3. Okay, in these fractions we used hyphen. 1/3, 3/5 and 2/3, like that. Next, another case where we used hyphen between two numbers to indicate range or inclusion. In that case, to range, from to. In that range we use hyphen. For example, see the rules 1 to 6. How use hyphen? 1 hyphen 6, that means 1 to 6. See the rules 1 hyphen 6, that means 1 to 6, that is the range. Next, the book is The History of India 1957 hyphen 1947, that means the history of India from 1957 to 1857 to 1947. That is what is hyphen indicates. The book is The History of India 1857 hyphen 1947. What the hyphen indicates here? From to 1857 to 1947. To indicate a range we use hyphen. This is one case. Let us see another case. After a single letter join a noun or participle. In that case also we used hyphen. For example, Y junction. After single, what is the single letter here? Y. Single letter Y junction. Or crossroads. Okay, X roads. Y junction, X roads, U-turn, T-shaped, like that. In that cases we used hyphen. Okay, so let us revise where we used hyphen. Okay, in the first case in compound words we used hyphen. In second case in writing compound words from 21 to 99, there we used hyphen. Observe the examples, couple of examples are there. Next, in compound words formed from fractions, the words formed from fractions, in that case we used hyphens. And next case is between two numbers to indicate range, from to 2, in that case we used hyphens. Okay, this is about hyphen. Now let's move to another one, that is and single letter. After single letter also we used hyphen. After this one we just move to another word punctuation, that is capital letters. This is the most important part in punctuation. Okay, capitalization, this is the most important punctuation. Okay, where we have to use capital letters, that is also comes under word punctuations. Okay, listen carefully and observe the slides. Capitalization or using capital letters in words. Okay, where capital letters is used or where capitalization is used. Okay, first, in the first case, at the beginning of a sentence and also in beginning of the sentence in quotations. Okay, what is the first case? At the beginning of the sentence begins with capital letter. Beginning of every sentence we have to use capital letter. And also in the beginning of the sentence in quotations. In quotations also we use capital letters. Let us see a couple of examples. She is preparing for a test now. Observe the sentence. She is preparing for a test now. What is the beginning of the letter? S. Okay, she is a word. Beginning word she, beginning letter S. So S is in capital letter. Observe. Next one, second case is beginning of a sentence in quotations. Okay, observe the second example. She said lights travel faster than sound. Observe how many capital letters are there? 2. First one is she, in she, S and L. Okay, why we use S capital letter? Because it is the beginning of the sentence. So that's why you use S as a capital letter. Coming to L, why we used L as a capital letter? Because it is the beginning of the sentence in quotation. What is the quotation? Light travels faster than the sound. That is a quotation. Okay, so in the quotation, what is the beginning word? Light. What is the beginning letter? L. So that's why L is capitalized. So always keep in mind, at the beginning of the sentence in one case and beginning of the quotation another case, we capitalize the first letters. Okay, right. Capitalization very important. Next, where we used capital letters at the beginning of every line of a poem. Okay, you might have read many poems in your school books or now in your textbooks, English textbooks. The beginning of every line in a poem must be in capital letter. For example, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep. These are two lines from Robert Frost poem. Okay, snowing by the evening. So observe the two lines. The words, the woods, lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. Observe the two sentences. In each sentence, the first letter was in capitalized. Okay, that is another rule. Next, let us move to third rule. Capital letter is used with personal names, proper nouns, and first person pronoun I. Two cases. Personal names are also called as proper nouns. That is one case, and first person pronoun, that is I, that is the second case. In these two cases we use pronoun. Names, proper noun must be begin with capital letter. For example, Usmania University. Usmania, O is capital, University, that is also proper name. U, capital letter. Red Fort, observe the capital letters. Netaji, N is in capital letter, that is also proper noun. Siddharth, S is a capital letter because that is a proper noun. And Kalam, that is also proper noun. K, and Mount Everest, M and E are in capital letters, proper names. Okay, proper nouns. Next, observe the second example. I am going to bed now. Why I is used capital letter? That's because that is a two cases are there here. I is a proper pronoun. I is a pronoun, first person pronoun. So that's why we used I. Not only in the beginning of the sentence, anywhere, wherever you have to write first person pronoun I, we have to use in capital letters. Not only at the beginning of the sentence. In the example, that was in the beginning of the sentence, but not only in the beginning of the sentence. Wherever I occurs, wherever you have to write I means here first person pronoun. You have to write it in capital letter I. That is one case. Let us move to another case. A capital letter is used with proper adjectives derived from proper nouns. Okay, that is another case. Proper adjectives derived from proper nouns. For example, Indian festivals that become adjective. Okay, proper noun. India is the proper noun, that from Indian become in India is a proper noun. So Indian is a adjective. So proper adjectives becomes proper adjective. In that case we used Indian. Lo I is the capital letter, first letter of the proper adjective. Next one, Chinese toys. Okay, or Chinese apps. Nowadays our central government is banned many apps belongs to China. China apps or Japanese toys. You can use China toys or China apps or Japanese toys or Japanese apps, because Japanese, Chinese, Indian, these are adjectives. They come from proper noun. From India, India is noun. India, China, Japan, these are proper nouns. From proper nouns, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, these are proper adjectives. Okay, derived from proper noun. In that case we used first letter of the proper adjectives must be in capital letters. Okay, next let us move to another case where we use capital letters. Next, a capital letter is used with first letter of a day, month, festival, special occasion, religion, class, holy book, literary works. In all these cases, the first letter must be in capital letter. A day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. All these 7 days. The first letter S in Sunday, S must be in capital letters. Monday, M must be in capital letter. Tuesday, T must be in capital letters. Today, Wednesday. What is today? Wednesday. W must be in capital letters, like that. In all the days, the first letter must be in capitalized. Okay. Next one, months. So first letter of the month must be in capital letter. January, February, March, April. In all the months, first letter. January, J, February, F, like must be in capital letters. Okay. Next, festivals. Okay. Sri Ramanavami, that is a festival, famous festival in India, Sri Ramanavami. The first letter must be in capital letter. Okay. Special occasions, Republic Day. So observe some examples are there. Republic Day, R must be capital, that is occasion. Next, religion, Hindu, H must be capital, Hindu, Christian, C, Islam or Muslim, M, like that. Next, class or group. Okay. Or literary works, the Ramayana, that is a Ramayana, the Ramayana is a literary book. R must be capital letter. Okay. Next, the Bhagavad Gita, that is also literary book, religious books, holy books. These two are holy books. Okay. Bible, P must be capital because holy books. Okay. India after Gandhi, that is also literary work. Okay, by Ramchandra Guha, India after Gandhi. Observe I. A book name must be in the first letter of the book name, literary books names must be in capital letters. The English teacher, that is also literary work by R.K. Narayan. Okay. Observe these points in mind because capitalization is very important aspect of pronunciation, punctuation. Okay. First letter of a day, a month, festival, special occasion, religion, class, holy book, literary works. In all these cases, the first letter must be in capitals. For example, Thursday, T, December, D, Sri Ramanavami, SRN, festival in capitals. Republic Day, R and D, special occasions. Hindu, okay, H, that is a religion. The Tatas, that is a group, Tatas, Birlas, Ambanis, A, Tatas, T is capital letters. The Ramayana, the Bhagavad Gita, India after Gandhi, the English teacher. These are literary works. In them, the Ramayana and Bhagavad Gita are holy books. And India after Gandhi and English teacher, these are literary works. So, the first letter of the book must be in capitals, capital letter. This is one case. Let's move to another case where we used capital letters. Next, a capital letter is used with languages, holidays, names of places, geographical features. These three cases keep in mind. With languages, the first letter of the language must be in capitals. In holidays, the first letter of the holidays must be in capital letter. Next, names of places, geographical features. Same here also, the first letter must be in capitals. See the following examples: Telugu, Hindi, Urdu and English. Observe, the first letter of the languages must be in capitals. Next one, Holi, New Year's Day, Dasara and Ramjan. These are holidays. Okay, right. The first letter must be capitalized. Next one, Hyderabad, Telangana, India, and the Godavari. These are names of places, geographical importance. Hyderabad H, Telangana T, India I, and the Godavari G. These are capitalized. These are places of geographical importance. Okay. Next, where we use capital letter, another case. With high ranking officials, heads of state, heads of religion. In these cases, we use capital letters. For example, the Prime Minister, in the Chief Minister, Prime, PNM, PM, capital letters. Chief Minister, CM, cap must be in capital letter, CM, okay, because high ranking. Next, Chief Justice, CJ, capital letters. Next, the Pope, head of religion, Pope, P must be capital letter. The Queen of England, that is also high ranking, Queen of England, QNE. In these cases, we used capital letters. Next, another case. A capital letter is used with first letter of God, Lord, Almighty, and proper nouns that refer to them. So, in that, this is the another case. First letter of God, that must be in capital letters. Do you believe God? Observe, God, G. G always in God, G always must be in capital letter. A Lord must be in capital letter. Pray the Lord since He alone saves you. Observe the second example. Pray the Lord, where capital letters are used in three places. First one is P. Pray the God, P is capital letters because that is the first letter of the sentence. That's why we use P. Coming to another, Lord, L is a capital because Lord, that is a Almighty God name. God, Lord must be used in capital letters. L must be capital. Since He alone saves you. He means here who? The God, the Lord. That's why He. In E, H must be in capital letter. That is another case. Next, move to another case where capital letters are used with historical events. For example, the First World War. Observe where capital letters are used. The French Revolution, the Battle of Plassey. Okay. Observe where capital letters were used with historical events. We use capital letters. Next one, a capital letters is used with political parties, institutions, abbreviations of such names. In that cases also we used capital letters. Political parties, institutions, abbreviations of such names. So let us see these examples. Telangana Rashtra Samiti, TRS, are capital letters. Okay, TRS. The College of Economics, okay, that is the institution name. Okay. WHO, abbreviation, World Health Organization. UNO, United Nations of Organization, abbreviations. In that cases we use capital letters. So before going into exercise on word punctuation, let us revise what we have discussed so far. Okay, today we are focusing on one type of punctuation, the third type of punctuation. So you know about there are three types of punctuations: end punctuation, internal punctuation. These two are discussed in the previous sessions. So today we focused on word punctuations. In word punctuations there are three marks. One is apostrophe, second one is hyphen, third one is capitalization or using capital letters in words. So let us quickly revise what we have discussed so far. First one is apostrophe. And apostrophe has two main functions. Okay. First one, to indicate possession. In that case we use apostrophe. Second one, To indicate contraction, in that case we use apostrophe. To indicate position and indicate contraction, in these two cases we use apostrophe. Next, in some cases we need not to use apostrophe. For example, the cat scratched its neck. Observe its. We need not to use apostrophe. And its head is still. Its need not to use apostrophe because so in possessive pronouns we need not to use apostrophe. Keep in mind, remember, this is also important punctuation mark. In possessive pronouns, for example, ours, yours, his, us, its, theirs, we need not use apostrophe. Okay, now let us move to another punctuation mark, that is hyphen. The present day tendency is to avoid using hyphen wherever is possible. Okay, however, in some cases we require hyphens. Where we require hyphens, so we have already seen. Just review again. A hyphen is used in compound words like compound adjectives separate certain prefixes from the root word. In that cases we use hyphens. Okay, already we have seen some examples. Okay, again you can have a quick glance on the screen. Next, hyphen is used in writing compound words, numbers from 21 to 30. In that cases we used hyphen. 21, 25, like 21 to 25 compound words we use hyphens. Next one, hyphen is used compound words formed from fractions. In fractions also we used hyphens. 1/3, 1/4, like 2/3, 3/5. In that fractions we used hyphens. Next one, next hyphen is used between two numbers to indicate range. Range means from to, that is inclusion. Okay, for example, see the rules 1-6, that means 1 to 6. In that cases we use hyphen. Okay, next let us move another in the situation where hyphen is used after a single letter join a noun or participle. A single letter join a noun or participle. For example, Y junction, U turn, T shape, X roads, that means crossroads, X roads. In that case we use after single letter we use hyphen. While using hyphen, need not to use space between or after hyphen. Note it down. Before or after hyphen we need not to use space. That is important rule. Next, let us move to capital letters. So this is also one of the important punctuation. Capitalization is very important punctuation. Okay, always we have to know where we have to capitalize. Okay, some rules are there. Let us have a look. So capital letters is used at the beginning of a sentence. So that is one case. At the beginning of sentence we must use capital letters, and at the beginning of a sentence in quotations, the beginning of the sentence, the first letter of the sentence must be in capital letters. Okay, next case, at the beginning of every line of poem, in poem every line must be in capital letter. And another rule, capital letters must be used in personal names or proper nouns. Proper nouns must be used. Siddharth, this is the personal name or proper noun. S must be capital letters. First letter of the proper noun must be in capital letter. Another one is first person I. First person pronoun I. I always must be in capital letter wherever you use I. First person pronoun must be in capital letters, whether it may be in the beginning of the sentence or it may be at the end of the sentence or it may be in the middle of the sentence. Always first person pronoun I must be in capitals. Note it down. Next, capital letters is used with proper adjectives derived from proper nouns. So proper adjectives. For example, Chinese apps, Japanese toys, Indian festivals. In that cases, I, C, and J. These are proper adjectives. Indian, Chinese, Japanese. These are proper adjectives defined derived from India, China, and Japan. In that cases, the first letter of the proper adjective must be capitalized. Next, a capital letter is used with first letter of the day, month, festival, special occasion, religion, class or group, holy book, literary works. This is also important. Note it down. First letter of a day, month, festival, special occasion, religion, class, holy book, literary work. Observe some examples. Next one, capital letters used with languages and holidays and names of places, geographical features. In those cases also use capital letter. Languages, for example, Telugu, Hindi, Urdu and English. So observe the capitalization in these languages where capital letters is used. Next, holidays, Holi, New Year's Day, Dasra and Ramjan. Observe where capital letter was used. Next one, place of geographical features, Hyderabad, Telangana, India, the Godavari. So, next one, enter case where capital letters are used with high ranking officials, head of state, head of religion. In these three cases also used capital letters. The first letter of the word must be in capital letters. Prime Minister, PM, Chief Minister, CM, C and M must be in capital letters. Head of state, Chief Justice, okay. Head of religion, the Pope, the Queen of England, that is also high ranking official. In those cases we used capital letters. Next, capital letter is also used with first letter of God. Wherever you use God, the G must be in capital letters. And Lord, Almighty, always Lord must be in capital letters. L must be in capital. L must be capitalized. Almighty, A, like that. Okay. Next, another case with historical events. With historical events, for example, the First World War, the French Revolution, the American Revolution, the Battle of Plassey. These are historical events. Okay. In these cases we use capital letters. Okay. Next, with political parties, institutions, abbreviations of such names also used capital letters. Political parties, TRS, BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, INC, okay, BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, like that. In political parties names must be capital letters. Institutions, okay, and abbreviations, WHO, UNO, like that. Okay. Now let us move to an exercise. A small exercise, take a 2 minutes. Use the appropriate word punctuation in the following sentences. 6 sentences are there. Okay. On the slide you can see 6 sentences. You can use word punctuations, word punctuation marks wherever it used. In appropriate cases used where appropriate word punctuation is used. How many marks are there in word punctuations? Yes, 3 marks. 3 points. One is apostrophe, the second one is hyphen, third one is capitalization using capital letters. So see the 6 sentences on the slide and rewrite with using appropriate word punctuation marks. Okay, for example, this is my cousin's car. Gandhiji led non-violent movement. These are my father-in-law's clothes. There are 46 boys in the class. We have semi-skilled workers. Have an Xmas tree. Okay, now you can check your answers. Okay, observe the first one. This is my cousin's car. Okay, where appropriate word punctuation are used. This is my cousin's car. Observe this T is capital letter because this is the first letter of in this T is the first letter of the sentence. So in that cases we must use capital letter. So T is capital letter. This is my cousin's car. Cousin apostrophe S. Cousins means half cousin. This car belongs to my cousin. So cousin apostrophe S. Cousin's car. Okay. Possessive noun. Possessive. Indicate possessiveness. Belongs to my cousin. Cousin apostrophe S car. That is one case. Next, second sentence. Gandhiji led non-violent movement. Here Gandhiji, G is capital letter because two cases. That is the first case is that is the first letter of the sentence. Second one is Gandhiji, that is proper noun. Gandhiji. So first letter of proper noun must be in capital letter. Okay, Gandhiji. Two cases. Gandhiji proper noun, and that is the first word of the sentence, first letter of the sentence. So G must be capital, proper noun. Next, non-violent. Observe, non-violent. We use apostrophe to linked to words. Okay. These are my father-in-law's clothes. Like non-violent, father-in-law is also compound word. Non-violent, non and violent, combination of two words. So there we used a hyphen. So in father-in-law, three compound words. So we used two hyphens, father hyphen in hyphen law. That is laws. The clothes belongs to my father-in-law. So laws, law apostrophe S. Okay. These are my father-in-law clothes. T, that is common because these are, that is the first word of the sentence. So T is the first letter. So that's why we use T. So observe all the six cases, all the six sentences, the first letter is must be capital letter. Okay, that's okay. These are my father-in-law. In this sentence we used all three word punctuation, capitalization, T, and father-in-law, compound word. Father-in-law, compound word. We use hyphen, two hyphens, and laws, possessive. Father-in-law apostrophe S, that is possessive. So we use apostrophe. In this sentence we use three word punctuation, capital letter, hyphen, and apostrophe. Next one. There are 46 boys in the class. So there are 46 there. T, that is the first letter of the sentence. Next, 46 compound word. Numbers 21 to 99. We have seen 21 to 99. These are compound words. So we used apostrophe. 46 to mean 40 apostrophe 6. Next one. We have semi-skilled workers. Okay, semi-skilled, that is also compound word. We, that is the first letter of the sentence. Next, I have an Xmas tree. Here also I, that is the first letter, and also first person proper noun, proper pronoun, not noun, proper pronoun, first person proper pronoun. So I, capitalized. Xmas tree, that is also compound, that is also one letter word. Like Y junction, X roads, U-turn, like Xmas tree. We use apostrophe. Okay. So this is about word punctuation. So far for the last 3 sessions we focused on punctuation. Okay, there are 3 types of punctuation: end punctuation, internal punctuation, and word punctuation. End punctuation, internal punctuation, and word punctuation. We have seen all these question marks comes under these 3 types. We have seen these question, these marks, punctuation marks, along with a couple of examples and exercises. Okay, practice is important for grammar. So revise your notes what we have note down for the last 3 sessions. So while using while writing, in writing always follow punctuation rules. Okay, that is very important in writing, otherwise it creates a bad impression or it leads to misunderstandings. So punctuation plays an crucial role, very important role in writing. So follow all the rules what we have learnt. Okay, we will meet you with new lesson in the next session. Okay, stay home and stay safe. Thank you for watching this video. Signing off, Ajay.